Greetings, and welcome to a long overdue installation on the Hot Blocks series. My name is Vaygrim. If you're not familiar with the Hot Blocks series, the Hot Blocks concept is one block in Minecraft, modded Minecraft. It will be one block that stands out above others. It is something that is eminently useful, eminently usable. It's usually quite easy to actually understand and get going. Sometimes they're a bit more complicated, but it is a block that you will find use for almost every day in your modded Minecraft play. I've addressed a lot of hot blocks in the past, but they can be hard to find sometimes because I have very strict requirements for a hot block. And I think I found a new candidate. I've got my little base here in the frozen tundra. These are ice mountains, very, very nice terrain. And this little test world of mine, that's my tree farm right there. Down here is my little temporary base. I've been doing some mining, and this is where I'm going to get set up before I, where I get set up temporarily, what my friend Sice would call the Hovel of Shame. This is where I live before I make the place where I really want to live. So I have my little workstation here, sets of blocks, you know, some chests, whatnot. Can be a bit of a symmetry nut sometimes, but whatever. Here's the thing that I'm really, really focusing on today. This is the gear swapper by a gentleman named McJty. McJty actually makes RF tools. He's also a major contributor on Not Enough Wands, and he is a busy, busy man. I have an inventory full of clutter and stuff. Why am I not wearing my armor? Why are my tools not on my hotbar? Well, bam! They are. So, this is what's happening. This is literally what it sounds like, the gear swapper. I have one for mining, so I can go mining. It takes my stone axe off my toolbar. It puts one stack of cobble. It actually fills up my food, my torches, etc., etc. Everything from my inventory, it has to be in my inventory, then gets equipped or placed as necessary. If you look at this block and you see down here in the lower left, it's got a settings thing, right? Right-click to access the GUI, even says it on the tooltip. And this is the interface. It actually not only incorporates your entire action bar and your armor, but it also even tracks your baubles. Yes, bauble support, which is a fantastic thing. So I have this one is using my stone pickaxe as an icon. That's actually not there. I just left-click to blank it out, and I go boop like that. I've got an entire action bar right here. Then I've got my armor up here, and it will automatically equip that stuff if it is in either this inventory, or this inventory. I'll get back to those in a minute. So yeah, I can right-click there. I want to go tree chopping. Let's go tree chopping. So now what I can actually do is come over here. We can chop some trees down. I'm actually going to clear some leaves. There we go. These trees are rather tall. And this allows me quick functionality. I hear spiders. I think I should be worried. I have accidentally turned this tree farm into a bit of a mob farm, but I tried to put some torches down to correct it, but I had some skeletons spawning under here when I was setting the world up. It's like, crap. Yeah. Gear swapper, I really do think I see myself using this a lot more. So now I've done some chopping. I'm going to go down here, right click, and everything gets rotated out. All the stuff that I've acquired or no longer need is back in my inventory. Now here's the interesting part. Let's go down to here. I'm actually going to put this stuff back on my hotbar, simulating. I'm going to right click on this. Up here in the top left corner, priority 1, export inventory. Priority 2, export inventory to the actual hot swapper. This is the player inventory. This is the second priority. So if my player inventory is full and it has to put stuff somewhere, it puts it over here. Then the third inventory, if this is full and this is full, it puts it in the nearest adjacent chest, which is this one. What I want to do, one left click, a couple of left clicks, I'm going to swap those. So now if I go to mining. It has restored my hotbar and my armor, and all the excessive stuff that wasn't needed in that profile, you see, was moved. I could go to, let's go to my gardening hoe and my watering can. We can go upstairs. Oh, I've got a lot of stuff to harvest here. We've got some berries. I'm working off of mixed fruit salad. And that is my sustenance. That's fruit salad right there. It's easy to make. All you need is one of those doodads. So I put that stuff in there. Let's go back to mining. Clean inventory. Yes. Everything excessive, all the extra tools, all the extra stuff is getting put over here. Now, here's what you could do. You could have this all go to a chest that's on top, right? And then have the chest pull out specific things. Maybe it whitelists like spruce wood logs and spruce saplings. Maybe it whitelists cobblestone, or maybe it whitelists gravel and sand and stuff like that. And it pulls those item types out and sends it off to a sorter. So you could keep this always clean and always clear of everything except the tools you need for this. I really like that idea. I think that's fantastic. So I'm really seeing a lot of possibilities with things you could do with this. It's very easy to use. Now, let's say I don't want to actually keep cobblestone here. No, I want to actually do spruce wood instead for whatever reason on my mining profile. Okay, or oh, even better. Even better. Let's swap over to our tree cutting. I'm going to put some saplings here. So I always have some saplings, at least 4 saplings kept. It will remember the number. Now here's the thing, right? I like that that axe for the icon. If I want to update this without having to go into the settings screen, I can do Shift, left click, and you see it says remembered current hotbar and armor. We can go in here and we can right click. It's going to keep 4 spruce saplings now. But here's a problem. Why do I have the tree? Well, it's actually remembering whatever you're shift left clicking with, that becomes the new icon, which means you can very easily shuffle around your contents, walk up to this, shift left click, boom, and that becomes the new icon. I have just blanked out this profile, you see, and made it to where it is now a tree chopping profile. But what I want to do instead is update this back up. Let's put this over here, this over here. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. And I'm going to shift left click. It's going to remember. So now I can go back and forth with ease. If I have any, do I have any dirt? I don't have any dirt, actually, no. And you notice it is specifically keeping 4 as a maximum. Now, if I want to, I could shift left click this and update it. And now, let's half of those back. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. It is remembering it is getting the extras that it actually had in here, up to as many as it can actually handle. So now that is the maximum that it will remember, up to 18. Everything that it's got from here or from here up to 18 maximum, it will put here. Same for cobblestone. If I had 10 stacks of cobblestone, it would put 1 on my bar. All the rest would be put up here or in the overflow. I actually like it this way. I like player's inventory to be the primary, the actual inventory for the gear swapper itself being secondary, and the chest being overflow. But I could see merits for that. I really can. Because now, if we wanted to, see, nothing's down here anymore. It's all up here. I think that's actually very cool. I really do like this. So now we can actually open the, oh gosh, we have friends. Hello, friend. Oh no, die. Die. Oh, I'm normally better, but there we go. And of course, spiders galore. There's always so many spiders down here. One thing I got to remember, let's close that. And we've got some, oh gosh, passageways down here. Ooh, gosh, hi, how are you? This is going to end up getting me killed. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me. There we go. I'm gonna get on here. We need to put some spider proofing. Some lighting down here. We got another back tunnel. I keep finding more and more tunnels out of the back of here. Let's eat a little bit of our salad. And in general, there we go. This is really a wonderful thing. So now, I hear you. Oh, God. Hi. My goodness gravy. Ooh, that's good. No, that's not good. Yeah, more gardens. More gardens, good. Put another torch. Oh, this is a good... That's good. That's a dead end. Okay. I can get that. That's awesome. And generally, this is one of the things that really does. I'm very picky about what qualifies as a hot block. I can't just give this out to anything. I have a specific set of standards that I set up originally. And I have, when I first did the series, it is one of the first series I did on my channel. And it is one of the reasons why you do not see a lot of episodes of hot blocks. A lot of times I'll find a block that is a potential candidate, but it's buggy, or I can't get a hold of the mod author, or it hasn't been updated in 6 months, or, you know, whatever. There's a lot of problems that can be caused by such things. So a lot of candidates fall by the wayside, but I've been in direct communication with McJty, the author of Gear Swapper, among many mods. Wow, there's a lot of coal down here. Woo! And we've got copper. Do I? Yeah, let's get the osmium. Why not? Oh, there's one more. Boop, boop. Actually, I'm going to put that down in the center. Put that there. Oh my gosh. Yellorium. Copper. Wait a minute. Mechanism. I have another kind of copper generating in this pack. What the heck? Okay. A bat? That's a bat. Come here. Come here. There we go. Little flying rat. Let's go back upstairs. Right click. Close that off. Oh! Ooh, this is one of the reasons I like this base. Snow. I love the snow. It's great. It's a wonderful effect. One of the things they really did so well. Now, here's the funny part, right? I'm going to right click. And all of the excess that was on the hotbar. Now, this is only stuff that's on the hotbar that gets moved off. If it's in my inventory, it is not getting moved out. That is one thing that might merit going back to that. And all this stuff. You just do that, clear off your hotbar. I'm going to put things away. I have so much coal to add. Let's see. Fill that back up. So now I have, oh, actually, I can do it through here. Let's cook 8 of those. Put all the rest of this stuff in here. Gardens and mob drops. Oh my. And those tools can stay up and out of the way. So that is the gear swapper. Now, let's go to this, right? The gear swapper itself, at gear swapper. Oh, gear swap is the mod name. That's the gear swapper. It makes sense. It does require, it's wood, right? It's just wood around a chest with some redstone. Now, this is the only thing that makes it to where you just can't have this right off the get-go. You have to have quartz of some kind. Now, this pack happens to have applied energistics 2. This means I could actually use some kinds of quartz from that, but I think that's just a purified nether quartz. But I still need nether quartz for this and some smooth stone. So you're going to have to find some quartz, which means a trip to the nether, and some redstone before you can make one of these. Now, there is also an iron block patterned one. I can actually get these. Let's take my cobblestone and get these and put them out. I'm going to put them right over here. There's stone. I really do like that because the blends in. You can just kind of inset this in the wall, and it's very innocuous, very simple. There is the lapis one, which I think is very swanky. And then glass. Is that bizarre or what? I like glass, but it's kind of strange. Let's do a shift left click. We've got a quick profile. There's the settings menu. Bing, bang, boom. So yeah, I could very easily walk around my base and set up all of these the same way. All I got to do is walk over here and do right click. Oh, I don't have any of those. There we go. Then we just make sure we have what we want to use for an icon. Shift left click, and you see I've already got these profiles set up. Now it is remembering instead of 18 on the other one, it's using the numbers of what I have currently. But as I put more stuff into these stacks, I can just update it. Not that big a deal. I have pitched the concept to McJty, the author of the mod, that if I get this, a stack of, say, 61, and left click, right now it only puts one there, which means it'll only put one cobblestone there. He's going to try and implement the feature to make it to where if I put a stack of 61, it will make that say 61. So you can very easily set these up with full stacks of items. That's going to be a great addition to things. Can't wait and see it. Otherwise, there is no difference between these. It's purely aesthetic. And you want to hear something even better? There is actually a sixth one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's number 5 right there. There is a sixth one that you can actually make that you can put your own block pattern to. And it's in the config file. You can tell it, I want you to use this block as a pattern, which I think is really cool. And that means you can customize it and have one block in the mod that fits, like, say, a chisel block or a specific kind of wood. Let's say you use spruce all the time and not oak. Okay? Or I'm in a birch nut. So I would make that sixth one a birch block pattern so it looks like birch wood. And I think that would be cool. I can't wait to mess with that. So this is actually another episode of Hot Blocks. Signing off. Thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate you coming by, listening to what I've got to say. I'll catch you later on another episode of Hot Blocks maybe, or a mod guide down the road. Who knows? Bye-bye.